he died, so he wouldn't be alone when it happened. But he was alone. Without a trace, he was gone. What I learned from Bravo Doe is that, without grief, it is impossible to impart meaning. The one thing worse than loss is for that loss to spin adrift, a footnote with no point of reference. Grief makes it possible to connect a smear of stars into a constellation. If you can name this loss, even the nameless gain a foothold, if only for a brief moment. I have seen hundreds of people die, but in learning their stories, I have also seen them live. At a deathbed, with a patient hooked to a tangle of tubes and mystery bags, an early burial under plastic and bleached linens, I ask the patient's family, what was she like? They share snippets, then stories, adjectives turn to verbs, first full of sorrow, but almost always followed by laughter. The fragments turn a patient into a person, the way you imagine David emerging from marble. Entropy upside down, a valley turned mountaintop. At the edge of memory, the dead are brought to life. Remembrance is resurrection. I suppose this is what a chaplain does. I am a grief catcher. I catch stories. I catch bodies. I catch memories. I catch the dead. I may have never met them alive, but in my dreams, I do. In all my time with all my patients, with their families, and with the staff who love them, this is what I have learned. I have discovered a truth about grief that has broken every myth I once believed. Grief, it seems, is not about letting go, but about letting in. What I mean is, the world wants to keep spinning when you suffer loss. Let go, turn the page, move on, they say, or else the loss will consume you. If you're in it right now, you know what I mean. Your world is on fire, and everybody is telling you to cool down. And I'm telling you that the loss will consume you anyway. I'm telling you that when your world stops, you are right to pause there, to honor the whole axis and gravity and orbit of that loss. When the grief is all you have left, it's a cruelty to lose that too. The way I've seen it, I can tell you grief is like this. Grief is a time transplant. It's merging, enlarging, weaving the story of all that is gone into the jagged gap of what was. Grief is not acceptance. It is defiance and rebellion. The body knows this loss is irreparable, irreplaceable. Really, the body knows it is almost wrong. Because even when we try to forget, our bodies have a way of surfacing memory through the pores. Grief is the debt we pay to live and to love and to chase the stuff that gives us meaning. Every breath is a debt collection on a collapsing hallway of deficit. You are a life on loan. Grief is your own. The DNA of your grief is universal in its humanity, but specifically yours in its expression. Grief is lament. It is outrage at all the ways that life is taken. Somebody is randomly swallowed up by the earth or swept into the poison river of systemic failure or snatched by evil hands. This sort of grief is lifelong agony, and it lives in the stomach. Grief is the voice of what is gone. Not only the people we lose, but dreams unmade, dignity frayed, pictures with emptied frames. You can try to bury that sort of thing. I get it. I've tried it. Seems a lot easier to sever or jettison it, or shove it all into a box and force it shut. But the more you try to bury grief, the more it demands to be heard. The more you deny what the loss meant to you, the more you disappear yourself. The voice of grief makes its way through the seams, bursting at every clasp. The voice of everyone and everything buried runs up your throat, demanding to shout itself into being again. Grief is a story gasping to be told. I'm telling you this because nobody else told me.